Alright, now you can find clean gun in your actual lesson files. Okay, and in here, what I'm going to do is export the selection as an OBJ right in here and call this clean gun. And I'm going to go to Blender and show you some tricks using Blender. In here I can hit X and get rid of that, and then import my wave for an object. Now that is located under movies. There we go. And import. Alright, now this is the fun one. This is how do I unwrap such a complex beast? And to answer that is we have to do it in several stages. And thank God the model is broken up into several stages, or it would be hard. It's still going to be a little rough, but I promise you I'll try to walk you through as best I can. Okay, first off, let's go to edit mode, highlight something over here on the first part. Remember, this part, this part, this part, and this part are all separate parts. Okay, if I highlight one component on a part and hit L, I can highlight it. I can go select inverse, and then down here below, if I hold Alt and click and drag, I can go all the way down here and hit hide. Okay, also I want to bring up my split area and then go into my UV image editor. There we go. So this is the item we're going to be looking at first, and then we're going to just walking you through each and every complex item. So have edges, Alt, right click, Control E, mark seam. Okay, good. L, U, unwrap, and there we go. So that wasn't so hard. There's part one already done for us. Now if we take part one and use this tool right here, this is the shell tool, hit G on the keyboard and move it over to this, and then left click. There we go. So not so bad. Let's reveal it. Let's repeat the process. And this time we're going to go for the scope. How does the scope work? Highlight one component, hit L, good. Select inverse, hide. And in this case, do I want to make it so it has two shells? Well, not really. Here's what I can do here. And if I hold Alt, click like that, I get the two separate shells. 1, 3, and 7 on the keyboard on the numeric pad equals this. So 1, 3, 7. Okay, that's a way of going into orthographics without technically going into the orthographics. Okay, let me do this real quick so I can remember this part. It is good. Okay, now that I got it down pat, Control and Shift and left mouse button, I can deselect 1/2 of this model. Okay, now if I hold Alt and click and drag, you can see that what that left me was this cut. Okay, so let me Control E and mark the seam. Also what I want to do is take this cut a little further and go in here to these edges and hold Shift, and I can highlight many edges at once. So remember, the idea here is to figure out how to unwrap this. This one, actually I'm going to go Control E and clear the seam. And this is the hardest part for students to understand, is trying to figure out a way for this to unwrap. They will spend decades trying to do this. But trust me when I say this, first do a very uncomplex model. Okay? That little dude or something like that. Then try to tackle something so hard as the gun. Because you probably immediately forego the thought of ever even trying to attempt something so small as the dude because it's beneath you. And now you're probably suffering for it if you're trying to do the gun, or I guess you're probably doing your X-wing too. So hit L, U, unwrap. Okay, let's look at this shape and see what happens. Alright, so right here I'm getting huge texture distortion. Okay, and it's not represented very well. What could I do to maybe repair that a little bit? Well, how about I put the ends on somewhere else? Okay. Okay, meaning I can go in here and try to do an edge loop select in this area. Just like that. Control E, mark seam. And do the very same thing in the back. What else is hurting me? Well, remember when I put edge loops really close to next to each other? That hurts me. So think about all these little things that you could do to improve your model in modeling mode to help you in the texturing process. Okay, there we go. That looks a lot better. A lot better. Now, unfortunately, there's really no good way to kind of go in here and repair certain things. I mean, there is, but it becomes so complex to even try to think about it. A lot of times what I'll do is I'll take this back into Maya and repair it as far as little shells, just because it's so much faster. So in this case, I'm going to take these shells, hit G, grab them, and move them. Now, I'm running out of time on this video, so please meet me in the next video where I walk you through the other forms.